Hello, Monica. Hi everyone, so today we are going to be doing a video with my friend Monica. She's from Panama and she's going to be the model for this tutorial. This is the first time I do something like this, so if I make mistakes or we don't know what we're doing, it's because we're trying something new. ¿Qué gallusa?
La pollina, los flecos.
Okay, so to start off, we're going to be using MAC Select Cover Up as our primer for the eyelids. As I've told you guys before, you can use your concealer as your primer. So since today we are going to go in with something very grungy and very smoky, we are going to be applying this powder. This is the MAC Studio Fix in the shade NC55 or something like that. So I'm going to be applying that all over her lid because this is going to avoid any of the darker colors to stay in her crease and to just look all muddy and ugly. So now I'm going to go in with Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek to start off the transition colors. So now I'm going to be applying Soft Brown by MAC. This is darker than Peach Smoothie, and with that same fluffy brush for transition. Now I'm going to go in with a Sigma E25 brush, which is just a little bit more dense, and the bristles are just more together. And this is Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek. Start off by applying this color in the crease and gently building it up. You can go as intense or as light as you want. I'm gonna go back in with that fluffy brush and just blend the color in. It's okay if you have any type of fallout, because we can clean that later. That's why I like to start off with eyeshadows before going in with foundation, so we don't have to be cleaning and it becomes a mess. The next star of the show is going to be Bitten by Makeup Geek, and with that same E25 by Sigma, we're going to put in the same place we applied Cocoa Bear. This is like a earthy red tone. As you can see, she is tanned, and these colors are very complementary to her skin, so it's going to come out beautiful and look beautiful and seamless. Blending, blending, blending. Remember, every time you apply a new color, always blend it in, and that's going to avoid any harsh lines. Things a little bit up, I'm going to be applying those two intense colors, Bitten and Cocoa Bear, to the inner corner of the eye. We are then going to connect it to the crease and just leave a white space in the middle. Now we're gonna go in with this beautiful foiled eyeshadow by Makeup Geek, and the name is Grandstand. I know I've made a swatch of this shadow before, but I wanted to show it again because it's just too beautiful. That's no primer, no nothing. I'm going to be applying that color all over the white space. So I'm going to be using a flat definer brush. This is by MAC. It's the 242. And I'm going to start applying it in the middle section and go as far as I want. Now I'm going to go back in with that E25 by Sigma and start blending the colors. Don't put any excess product, just work with what you have and start blending it. Listen closely. Feel my breath and let you fall. 25 and blending them again. I don't know how many times I've said blend in this video, but it's very necessary so that smoky eye looks beautiful and intense, but there's no harsh lines or it doesn't look weird. Sometimes if you see makeups that are intense but the lines are, I don't know, you can really see the difference between colors. Well, that is because they did not blend it. I'm going to go in with my fingers and apply a little bit of that grandstand in the middle because I think that the color looks more intense when you apply it with your fingers. For the final touch, it's a wonderful option. I'm not going to be doing any wings, but I want to give the eye a little bit more of depth, and this liner is really going to make it pop a little bit more. I'm using this eyeliner brush by Sigma. It's a small angle E65 brush, and this eyeliner is called Immortal by Makeup Geek. Right now we're gonna go in with this, I call this is Color Reach by L'Oreal Paris, and we are going to be eyelining her upper waterline. We're going to go in with primer for the face. I'm using Ulta Flawless Prime and applying it all over the face. See? Now I'm gonna go in with foundation. I'm going to be using L'Oreal True Match Lumi in the shade W5, but I'm not gonna be applying too much since I'm gonna go with contour, cream contour, and cream highlight. If she does a fishy face, that can really help you see where your line is, because you're gonna see your cheekbone, and on the bottom of your cheekbone is where your line comes in. Don't go too in, because if not you're gonna start looking like drag queen, and there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're not going for that look, then don't go that in. I'm just applying it halfway. Then for our forehead, some people, this area is very long, and if you want your forehead to appear a little bit smaller, you're going to really contour here. But in her case, this area is not as big, so I'm going to contour the front of her face more so it gives a little more squinty look. For her nose, our goal is to make it a little bit more lifted, and we are going to start off with the sides. I like to bring it very close into the start of your eyebrows, because that's going to give it like a natural surgery effect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Then on the bottom of her lips, I'm going to do a little bit, because that's going to make her bottom lip appear a little bit more fuller. To really create that pronounced jawline, maybe you've seen those models that when they take pictures sideways, you can really see these lines and they look absolutely beautiful. Like well, that's not natural. That is contouring. I absolutely love contouring and highlighting, but it takes time, so it's not for an everyday thing. Go in with this Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to start blending that contouring. If I had a thicker brush in here, I would not be able to be as precise as I am right now, so that is why I love this brush so much. Look at her nose, it's starting to change. It looks more straight.
Hey, ¿cómo así?
No. Now I'm going to highlight in the bottom area of her eyes to hide those bags and all the little veins that we have under there. I'm going to be using Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 20 Sand Sable, and I'm going to be combining it with MAC Select Cover Up, which is on her shade. This is not going to give us a bright highlight, but it's not going to give us a dark one either. I'm combining these two and
Sí.
Pero
So why do you wait? Bleh.
So why did you?
highlight her forehead and just in the middle of her nose, above her cupid's bow, on her chin, and on the bottom section of where we contoured. This contouring, it's very important for you to seal it with any type of powder because that's going to avoid it from smudging or for the product from moving. So I'm going to be using this blush brush by Geek and Galactic bronzer in the style Cabo. It's like a sealer for that cream and it's going to avoid it from moving, smudging, and it's going to make it last longer. So I want to be very light-handed with this since we already have that cream. Now I'm going to go in with our highlighting setting powder, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills banana powder from her contour kit. I'm going to go in with Soft Brown by MAC once again, and I'm going to be smudging it in the lower lash line. We're going to blend this color, so if it looks a little bit intense right now, it's okay. I'm going to be using a Sigma E55 brush and applying it in this way. Now we're going to go in with my favorite dupes of all times. It's Bitten and Cocoa Bear. I'm going to go back in with that Deep Plum from the Amrezy palette. Very close to her lash line. I'm going to be applying a little bit of Shimma Shimma in this Pro Shader Sephora brush in the inner corners of the eyes to give it that extra pop. For her brow bone, I'm going to go in with Vanilla Bean. I don't want to use Shimma Shimma because that's too intense and she already has some shimmer in her eyes. So this is a satin color. It's not completely matte, but it does give you a little bit of glow. So now I'm going to be applying blush to her face. So for her face, I'm going to be using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Opal. And with a Morphe fan brush, I'm going to be applying the highlighter. For her lips, I'm going to be using MAC Whirl. So now that we are finally done with the makeup, I'm going to put some setting spray. This is the Urban Decay setting spray, and apply it all over her face. Oh. So this was the video of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something new. As you guys can see, she looks beautiful, she's done, but she doesn't look like she has a cake face or she has too much makeup on. It looks just right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Monica.
Ja.
I'll see you next time. Bye.